Hello everybody and Happy New Year. We are kicking off the new year with some new tutorials for Elite Dangerous Horizons. A lot of people, including myself, got Elite Dangerous Horizons over the holidays. One of the big things I got for the holidays was the X55 control system, which you can see here. So all of my videos will be featuring the control cam, so you can see what buttons I'm actually doing and using on here, and as I'm using them as I'm doing this thing. But right now we are kicking off the very first tutorial for Elite Dangerous Horizons, which is going to be planetary liftoff and planetary landing. So the first thing we're going to do is set a course to another planet. Let's get on board. If we take a look over here briefly, our motivation, the reason we are going to another planet is because we have this mission. Transport reactive armor to the Citroen Enterprise on Pularungu. That's how I'm going to pronounce that. Pularungu. That's where we need to go. So, the first thing we need to do in this tutorial is set a course for that station. Now, one way you can do it is open it up in the galaxy map from the mission itself. So we'll just go ahead and do that, since that'll be the easiest way to get there. And then it shows this item centered in the map. If you have something else centered, you might have this box in the way. Basically just mouse over this thing and this box will come up. We're going to go ahead and go into the system map. And I've already forgotten which particular installation we're taking this to. And usually you're on this the system tab. Go over to the locale tab, Citroen Enterprise, and then just click on that, and that will take you to the planet we're looking for. This one's about 2,000 light seconds away. Zoom in. There it is. Citroen Enterprise over here. You can see by this globe on top that is our mission destination. I will go ahead and click on the plot route. And that will set us a route all the way from where we are to where we're going. With that all set up, we are now ready to launch. If you are just starting off on Elite Dangerous, chances are your power distribution is currently set something like this. We'll just go ahead and fly with the default configuration. And go through that. It's no big deal. So here we are leaving Stairs Bastion. And we are on the surface of a planet. Which means we need to deal with gravity a little bit. It's going to slightly affect how we fly. Okay, our ship is released. I'm going to apply upward vertical thrust to get off the pad. Retract my landing gear, which is the switch right here. Pitch up and full throttle. Full throttle and forward. Pitch up to 90 degrees, like so. And we're just going to fly straight away from the planet until we are more than 2,500 meters away. 2.5 kilometers. Once we're 2.5 kilometers away, we can engage Super Cruise. On my control, I have it bound to this switch right here. Here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Into Super Cruise we go. Currently we have a disruptive mass slowing down our charge, so maybe if we boost we can get away from it. Something close by is making this Super Cruise charge awfully slow, but that's okay. One more boost. There's another ship passing by over there that is heavier than we are, causing us to take our sweet time charging. There he goes. Now he's out of another ship over there too. There we go. We are going into Super Cruise now.
Engage. Warning, temperature critical.
Yeah, I think so. Things will be alright. Now that we're in Super Cruise, our next task is to get clear of the planet. And I'm using the compass, which is the little indicator to the upper left of my main radar, to find where my destination is. There it is. Pulangaru Pularungu, I'm sorry, is obscured by the planet. If we were to turn into this red zone, we'd fall out of planetary cruise, and we don't want that. So we're currently in planetary cruise. What we need to do is gain some altitude. So I'll just go over here to 15 degrees myself. Keep the throttle on full. And as we gain altitude, our speed will increase as we come out of the gravity well. The more altitude, the faster we can go. But we also want to be facing the our destination there. Now that we're in planetary cruise and we've gained enough altitude, I can go ahead and pitch back over to 0 degrees above horizon. And that's where we're going to get the most orbital speed, most orbital velocity. We'll just do that until we are aligned with Pularungu. And now that we're aligned and clear of the planet, we'll check to see if we're mass locked. We are not. Go ahead and engage the jump drive, which is this switch right there on my control config.
Charging.
So the frame shift drive is charging, getting ready to jump us over to Pularungu. Pularungu. That's such a fun name to say.
4, 3,
2,
1.
1.
Engage.
And we're jumping. In a few moments, we will pop out of the jump right next to a star, probably heading straight at it. So we'll need to pull up. Boom, just like that. Alright, let's pull up and not run into this star. Whenever you jump to a new system, you always jump to the most massive object in that particular star system. That might be one of several stars. It could be the central star where all the planets are centered around. So there might be some flight in between. In this case, we are heading off to a planet in this direction. So we're going to go ahead and super cruise over here. 2,000 light seconds to go. We'll just keep ourselves at full throttle for now to get maximum velocity. As you're flying around in super cruise, you might notice interesting things like unidentified signal sources and stuff like that. When you're on a mission, especially when you're first starting out, check them out, explore them. You never know what you can find in them, but there might be stuff that's worth lots of money. But right now we have a mission to move 8 units of reactive armor. So here it is over in my inventory. You can see I have 8 units of haulage to the Citroen Enterprise. This is the Zorgen Peterson hauler that we're flying right now today. As you saw in the introduction, I do have a custom paint job for it. My main Elite Dangerous series that I'll be doing, so I encourage you to actually, if you get through these tutorials, or if you already know a lot about Horizons or whatever and want to view them, check out my series. I'm kicking off a new season for Elite Dangerous Horizons, where we do all sorts of things. Oh, I've completely overshot by talking. When your destination is about 10 seconds away, that's when you should throttle back to about 75%. Put this needle right in the middle of the blue zone, and then you'll have an optimal deceleration to where you're going. So here we are. 9 seconds, we're now decelerating. We're slowing our super cruise down and approaching this planet. Looks like we're approaching from the dark side since I overshot and flew past it, so we'll just go ahead and pay attention to that. There you have the sliver of the planet coming up here. Lots of other ships flying around too. Looks like those guys are in a wing. That hashed sort of gray look means the destination is on the other side of the planet, which is perfect for us. That allows us to do some planetary approach practice. Keep the throttle in the blue zone, about 75% throttle. Because we need to slow down.
Orbital flight engaged.
And we are in orbital flight. Now this is going to happen fast. That thing's going to come over the horizon. At about 1 kilometer distance, I'm going to go ahead and aim straight for it and rotate. Now we're beginning our descent. I want to keep Citroen Enterprise at about 25 to 30 degrees down. for an optimal glide approach. So since it's not there, I'm going to go ahead and stay pitched up for a little bit as we continue to approach. My throttle remains at about 75%. This blue zone, once again, marks our fastest traversal speed, so we can go ahead and go there and get some more speed out of this deal. About 22 degrees down. That's about 25 degrees down. So we'll go ahead and aim straight for it. And very shortly we should be dropping into glide mode. Dropping from orbital cruise. So our frame shift drive has turned off. We are now essentially free falling towards Citroën Enterprise. We'll go ahead and go to full throttle. And once we get within a certain range, we'll automatically complete our glide and move into normal flight. The reason I like having my destination at 30 degrees downward pitch is because we come out of the glide at about 9 kilometers, and relatively quickly we get within range to ask for docking clearance. So that procedure for asking for clearance to dock is go to your left panel, change your tab to contacts, select the target, Citroën Enterprise, go down to request docking.
Docking request granted.
And as long as you're within 7.5 kilometers, they will give you clearance to dock. Assuming they have a docking pad that can handle your ship. Some places don't have them. So our compass will point us to the docking pad we are assigned. When I'm within 5 kilometers, I like to slow down. I like to have full powered engines and slow down to the blue zone for the most maneuverability and the best speed. Now that we're getting close to final approach here, we'll go ahead and put all of our power over to shields, just in case I make an incidental contact with something. Turn on to final approach, lower the landing gear, and get ready to set down on this pad.
Landing gear deployed.
Level off, start heading down. This number is going to start to fade soon, and that's my cue to kick back the throttle. There it goes. Now, pretty much straight down. Here is our landing assist. Tells us where we need to be lining up to actually land this thing.
Docking successful.
And we've successfully set down at our new destination. Let's go ahead and go into Starport Services and turn in this mission. Refuel, bulletin board. Any second now. Transport reactive armor to Citroën Enterprise. Give cargo. So there you have it, your beginning to end quick tutorial on planetary takeoff and planetary landing from a spaceport pad on the planet to another spaceport pad on the planet. We are flying today with the X-55 Rhino from Saytech, and our next tutorial, be sure to tune into that, is going to be on surface-based missions, basically exploring surface bases and getting some objective like a mission or something like that to handle those. So thanks for watching this tutorial. Tune into tutorial 2, or if you want to, tune into the episodes coming out soon here, where we'll be flying in my ASP Explorer looking at all the content in Elite Dangerous Horizons. Until then, thanks for watching. Keep flying and stay shiny. Goodbye!